Hello, this is Stephen Thuy, and today we're going to be doing a chart sheet example in Visual Studio Tools for Office, Visual Studio 2017 RC, in C Sharp. You could do this in Visual Studio 2015 Community Edition or better, and Visual Studio 2012 Professional. You could do it. So let's get started. File, New, Project. And we're doing a Excel VSTO Addin, and we're going to name this Chart Sheet Example. Okay, now in order for us to get a hold of object, the reason I'm doing a chart sheet example is so I can show you how to use the workbook. Usually I embed charts in the sheet with the cells that I'm working on, but okay, and I'll do that next video. So we'll start off with public Excel worksheet. Let's do worksheet and worksheet. There we go. And then let's call it get active worksheet. Let's put that in brackets, and we have to return Excel worksheet, and from the application dot worksheet, or active worksheet, sorry. Or the active sheet. There it is. Okay. So we want to do that. Now we have to do one for the workbook, public. It'll look very similar. What's up top there? Get active workbook. Okay. Return Excel dot workbook application dot. Why do I keep doing that? Active, and I hit the wrong one. Active workbook. There is another one I usually add in here. I'm not going to use it, but I add it anyways. Usually when I start out a Excel add-in project, I put all three of these in here, and even though I might not use them, dot application, I still put them in there just so I have them just in case I want to try something at that level. Get active app. Let's just call it that. Kind of goes against our convention up there, but that's all right. We're not going to use it. Jump on the other side. Application dot application. Great. Okay. So we got that done. And let's go over to chart sheet, and then we're going to add a new item, and that's the ribbon. Name it whatever you like. Okay. Of course, I like to rename my tabs. So for this one, not going to matter. We can just get rid of it. This example. So let's call it Thuy just for fun. You can name it whatever you want. The control ID we have to change because it's in the office, and so that'd be making tab add-on. So we'll just do customs, and there it is. So in the group, we label this charting. Does not matter. We will add button. The label will be chart sheet. The name, button chart sheet, and then just click on it and we'll get into our chart sheet click. But we're going to have to add some using statements. Using Microsoft.Office.Interop.Excel. Using Excel equals Microsoft.Office.Interop.Excel. Great. And just jump right back down here to the chart sheet click. Bring this down a little bit. Let's give us some room. Okay, so now we need a way to get a hold of the worksheet, active sheet, and active book in this addin.cs. So we're going to add a workbook. Call it current WB equals globals. This is the workbook 1. So dot this addin dot workbook. Excuse me. And then a worksheet 1, of course. Worksheet. Let's call it current sheet equals globals dot this addin dot get active. I hit it too fast. Dot get active tab parentheses. Great. And okay. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to chart just some data. So in the first column we'll have the label in A1, cell A1, and then below that we'll have like all the serial numbers of whatever or just number of the data. And in the second column we'll have B2 will just be named data, and then below that will be the data. But we do not know how many rows we'll have. We just don't know. So for this application, or for this add-in, so let's just make something that counts it. So int, and let's call it cell row count equals so the current sheet is what we'll be working in. Used range dot rows, and we're going to count them. There we go. And so we can do the same thing if we wanted to for row count, be current sheet, used range dot columns dot count, but we don't need to for this add-in. So now we need to name the two data ranges that we'll be using. So let's do the serial number first. Excel dot range. Let's call it serial numbers. You can call it data points if you want. It doesn't matter. Equals current sheet dot range. Now square bracket, and we're using quotes, and this will be A2 colon A. Do not know how many rows, so we concatenate the C row count, and then that's it. So now let's name the row, or yeah, the data range in the row, or in the column with the data. So cell.range, let's call it data cells, because these are the data cells. Equals current sheet dot range, and we will square bracket. We know it's going to start at B2 and then end somewhere, so we can concatenate the row count. So we have those two right there. Okay, so now we need to create our chart sheet. So chart ch equals chart current workbook. There we go. Dot charts, it's down there. Dot add, so we're adding it. Okay, so you can do it before, after, how many, and the type. We're not doing anything special here, so we'll just add type. Dot missing. Type. You can play around with that if you want. I did several years ago and was putting them in different places, but comma one of them, comma type. Dot missing. Okay, so now we got our chart, and now we need, so this will add the chart to the workbook, and now we need to set the source data for that. So ch dot set source data, and then of course that'll be the data cells, and add type. Don't worry about that. Let's just, for now, let's just go type dot missing. Okay. So we got, let's see. Now we need to say, hey, this is, what kind of chart is this? Ch dot chart type. This will be a line chart equals Excel dot Excel chart type, and it'll be Excel line markers. Excel line markers. There's a whole bunch of different ones. I counted them up one time, but I don't remember how many there were. So, and that statement. Okay, now if we did the chart right now, it'd work, but it would name each one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need to set the x-axis. So let's do that. In order to do that, we need to get a hold of the series. So create a variable series. We just call it series x equals. So we got a series. Now chart dot series collection, and this would be the first one. Great. And let's see, now we need to set that. We'll keep it for series x dot x values equals, and let's put that equals to the serial number. serial numbers. And that should work. And so we will try it out. Hit start. Office. Oh. Okay, something went a little error during installation. Okay. Could not be loaded at this time. I wonder if it loaded it. It did. I have to investigate that further. I don't think it has anything to do with I think it has something to do with my Excel, the way I put it, or the way I installed it. So anyways, it still works. So let's go with we have serial numbers up here, and then we have the data, and we will have let's not do 1, let's do 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. Now we got our data in here, so we will just make up some numbers. 0.54, 0.55, 0.58, 0.53, 0.56, 0.51, 0.58, 0.56, 0.7, no, let's go 0.65. It's an outlier, but not that far. 0.52, 0.59, 0.53. Okay, now let's just hit the chart sheet button, and there it is. So it added another sheet, the chart sheet, and it's all it's on this is a chart. Added it to here, the sheet's back here, still with the data in it, and you have your chart. Congratulations. So we will X out of there. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to show you something else, one other thing. So if we go back to sheet, we go back to THUI here, and we hit chart sheet again, it will add another chart. But there's no error handling stuff in here. So what'll happen if you do this? Yep, messed up. So we can just stop it. Okay, so let's go into our VSTO developer cleanup tool, and we added some certificates here. I must have had some other projects going too. Yeah, let's get rid of them all. Get rid of them all. Probably had something to do with why I had an error. Okay, you shouldn't have an error, but it should work anyways. So, and if we open up, so it's running into problems with the chart sheet example. If you see this error, always click no, else it will go into the chart sheet example will go into the disabled in Excel, and you will have to go in there and re-enable it, else you will, every time you run this, you won't be able to see your button. It'll be missing up there in Excel. And disable it? No. Okay, back in here, and it's gone. Thanks for watching my video. The next one we will do just a chart example where we embed the chart right in the sheet, and typically that's what I do most of the time if I want to do that, if I want to add a chart. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.